Oh, okay, guys. Week 2 out of 8 in the program. And guess what? I already broke another PR. So, I think I might have just found my sweet spot for how I'm going to be training from now on. Honestly speaking, I don't really think I'm going to change many of these exercises that I'm doing. I already said I'm going to do this for like 8 weeks. And sometimes you might feel like maybe you're doing too few exercises. But to be honest with you, I'm thinking about this from a perspective of like recovery, right? So, of course, if you're a natural athlete, too much volume is definitely not going to be too good for you, right? Because assuming you are training 4 times a week, but you're putting in that enhanced bodybuilder type of volume, your body's just not going to recover from it, right? So, I feel like to have a more effective workout, you just gotta reduce the amount of exercises you're doing per workout, right? So in this workout, I only did like 4 exercises, but I keep on like supersetting between opposing muscle groups. And by the end of this, like 40 minutes to an hour, I feel like I have trained more efficiently than if I did like 6 different exercises and try to put in all that volume. Like at that point, it just becomes like, junk volume is what it's called. But I'm not saying you can't do as many exercises as you want, but it's going to be hard for you to really progress because recovering from doing an excessive amount of volume takes time, right? And if you look at like Mike Mensa, if you're like into bodybuilding somehow, you're probably familiar with him, and it's like heavy duty training style. So for him, it was more of like intensity over volume, right? But the thing is, of course, you have to like incorporate volume into your workouts, but I feel like it's easier for you to recover if you train, if you fatigue, if you manage your fatigue, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, don't go to the gym trying to like max out on endurance because that's not what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to like maybe improve your physique or like, you're not trying to like turn your workouts into cardio in a sense, you know? So, as I mentioned, I actually broke a PR a few days after already breaking a PR. So that just went to show like if you're trying to actually progress like over time, you're going to have to sacrifice on something. And that something is going to be high amounts of volume. Because the thing is, when I was younger, I would easily stay in the gym for like more than 2 hours. But I feel like 2 of those hours was me just wasting time, you know? Like here you can see I got the bag off just to finish off because I only was able to get like 5 reps. Previously I got like 8 reps, which is one above what I got last week, you see? So uh I'm basically no longer just like pushing the chasing the pump, you know? Chasing the pump is the best way I can describe it. And just like chilling for like 2 3 hours in the gym or exercising. I did have way more energy, of course, when I was younger. But I was also, see, the thing is, when you are still fresh in the gym, you still are basically going to benefit from newbie gains. And newbie gains is basically your body is unfamiliar with that stimulus that you are exposing it to. So you're going to grow, you're going to, see some gains. Like some people say it lasts a few months. I think like newbie gains is like 2 years. Because the first 2 years of me working out, I was just doing anything and everything and it was working. Like I could literally, I can't count the amount of times I would just head into the gym and do something different from what I did the day before. And genuinely speaking, I think that contributed to me getting injured, because you don't really spend enough time mastering the movement. If we look at like skill based lifting, I'm talking like Olympic weightlifting, powerlifting, and stuff like that. These guys, if you see how much effort they put into like getting the form down and actually focusing on hitting PRs all the time. Also, that is definitely another, bro. Chasing PRs all the time is gonna get you hurt. It's gonna get you hurt because you're operating from a place of like your ego. And trust me, the gym does not give a fuck how big your ego is. It will humble you 99% of the time, 101% of the time. It will always humble you because this is supposed to be a journey, right? It's supposed to be a journey. Actually, if I look at what I'm lifting now, my 18-year-old self was doing like way more weight than this. Way more weight than this. But the thing is, I was doing things in a rush. I was not mastering the movements. I was not really seeing much progress, because every week you're just trying to hit a new PR. So, and then also combine that to the fact that I was not really following a program. See, this is actually, realistically speaking, the first time I'm really, really, really following like my program to detail without rushing through things and without trying to jump ahead in terms of progress, right? Because like now I've already started seeing progress, like just how my body is feeling and how I'm actually progressing is I've only gotten 1 rep more on the body weight and the weighted reps as well. On the push-ups, that's pull-ups I'm talking about. On the push-ups, I have basically, last week I think I did like 7 with the bag. Now I did like 15. And then the other sets that I did, because I did multiple sets, I was able to get past like 8, right? So, of course, in my head, I would be like, okay, now it's time to up the weight. But then no, it's not. It's time for me to my body needs to get used to that kind of stimulus, that being the weight. So I'm going to spend another 2 weeks with this 5 kgs in the backpack, right? Okay, another 2 weeks being this week and next week. So I'm going to spend more time just getting used to the weight I'm working with now. And then afterwards, from week 4 to 6, because it's an 8-week program that I'm following, that I have structured myself, I'm going to add the weight. Maybe we'll get to 10 kgs. Who knows? Let's see how it goes. But as of right now, I'm just happy with the progress, guys. I was not even working out consistently. This year actually has been I've been very on and off with my fitness this year. When it comes to like cardio, running, okay, last year I was running a lot. So I don't think I'm going to be doing much of that right now because I'm literally still recovering from the damage I did to my joints from running, but not training like someone who's running, if you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I ran like 4 times. One of the times I ran this year, I actually got like super duper sick immediately. Like the same day I did the run, I got home and I just like puked for the first time after a run. And I was like, yo, okay. It was a run that I was used to doing, but I did a round trip. So that was about like 14 kilometers in a day. And yo, that actually just like made me take some time away from like training and just try and figure things out, because at that point it just felt like self-induced torture. Like there's no way I was gonna keep up, with the running or anything, the workouts, when I was just approaching it in a half-assed manner without really thinking about how I plan to progress. So you actually have to plan to progress, guys. That's the thing. And you have to be very patient with yourself, because especially if you're coming out of injuries like me, it can be very demoralizing starting from scratch, because this is probably the weakest I have ever been, like ever in my fitness journey, ever. This is the weakest I've been. There's still some lifts that I've like gotten the chance to try, like when I do actually go to like gyms, commercial gyms, which is very rare. When I do get the opportunity to though, uh, I saw like my one arm rows actually are kind of crazy right now. Like I can row like 30 kgs, 30 kg dumbbells, like for reps, like reps, sets even. So that's one of the lifts that I always wanted to get better at in the gym. But I feel like I only got better at it because I started focusing on the things that mattered outside of the gym. So when I did get to go back to the gym and actually try some lifts out, okay, there's some things I just completely like could not like what do you call this? Like dumbbell shoulder press. That stuff just absolutely cooked me. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for I don't even know what day of the journey this is, but it's gonna be 8 weeks. So yeah, stick around, guys, and I'm gonna be talking about more random stuff actually in these voiceovers because I feel like always just talking about workout stuff is kind of I don't know. I also want to be able to like talk to you guys about like current and the political and economic situation of the world. But yeah, guys, I will see you on the next one.